Hello guys, in this video I'm going to talk about Spring Boot CRUD Operation coding step-by-step guide for everyone, beginners and experienced candidates. If you don't know, experienced candidates don't know how to create the CRUD operation in the Spring Boot, I'm going to explain step by step, then you can follow. If it is beginner, that's a good for them, like to learn about what is the CRUD operation, like create, read, update, delete under Spring Boot. Before jumping onto the Spring Boot CRUD operation application, first what are the prerequisites and installing required software? Ensure the following are installed on your machine. So what are those guys? Java JDK 17 or later, download from the Oracle or OpenJDK. Next one is Maven. Maven is the latest, download from the Maven. And Spring Boot will be the setup with the Maven and the Postman for testing APIs. MySQL and Postgres is optional if using a database. Here I'm using the H2 database in memory database, guys. So that's what I'm going to use it. Let me explain about this structure. And first, before explaining this structure, I want to talk about this little bit and how to create the Spring Boot project and using the Spring Initializer and create the this is the link, guys, and I'm going to paste under our video description. Then you can hit this link and download it the Maven, and it's easy for you guys to do it. That one I will go to show you in a second. And select Maven project, Java and Spring Boot 3.x, whatever you want to add dependencies. Spring Web for REST API, Spring Data JPA for database access, H2 database for in-memory database. That's what I'm going to use it. I'm not using MySQL, PostgreSQL. I'm using H2 database with JPA along with Hibernate. Click and generate and download this file. So let me go for this Spring Initializer first, and then I will come back to this one. So if I'm going to Spring Initializer, guys, in the Spring Initializer we have, see, once you are hitting that link what I showed you just now, and we are getting the project and language. Project is the Gradle, Groovy and Gradle Kotlin, and as well as the Maven. So I selected the Maven, so I'm going to work on the Maven project. And here there are options as well, Java and Kotlin and Groovy. Java, you are going to get the Java, and I put the Java, that's my language, and Spring Boot, and which version you want, you can keep it. My version is 3.4. And grouped com.example artifact demo, and name, what name you want to give, that name will go to generate your project name, guys. Demo project for Spring Boot. Once I hit the generate, and it will go to create the generate and go to my downloads. And if you were able to see here, so guys, down demo.zip file is coming, and go to downloads, you can able to see the demo folder. So the same demo folder I opened under my IntelliJ idea, but which idea you like it, you can do it, guys, in here. So there are few things, and once you are generating, extract, open IntelliJ idea, VS Code and Eclipse, but I'm using an IntelliJ idea community edition. That links also I'm going to VS Code link, Eclipse link, everything I'm putting in our description, just to which idea you like it, and download it and work on that one. Let's come back to this architecture. I'm going to explain Postman. You have to test it the after create, read, update, delete, and you need to test it under the Postman UI. There are a lot of softwares, guys, and you can use it in which one you want to. I'm comfortable with the Postman, that's what I'm going for the Postman. Next is the control. Here is the 4 types of the layers with along with the database, guys. What are the layers? First layer is the controller layer. Control layer is you can write, create, get, update, delete things over there. And next is the model layer. Model layer, what you're going to do, setter and getter methods. Repository layer is going to create your repository interface, extend with the JPA repository. That JPA is nothing but a database. Service layer, you are going to write a logic, like in create, get, update, delete logic, and a H2 database. First time, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a repository layer, and then I will go for the model layer, and then I will go for the service, and the last one is the controller. So that's why I'm going to work on this one. And let's go and have a look in step by step, and in our IntelliJ IDEA community edition. So let me open that one. So here, see guys, after I downloaded, I got this demo folder. I opened already in the demo folder, and here we have the folder structure. Let's go on. Let me explain about the folder structure, and then we can go for right to the repository layer, model layer, and then controller layer, and then service layer. Okay. So first and foremost here is the idea, which is not required, guys. No need to explain about this one. And Maven, these are by default. Once you are Maven installed, everything is coming up to in our thing. And here is very essential part is pom.xml. You can keep in mind, and src is very important for us. So pom.xml, I did all the dependencies, and most of the dependencies coming from the once you downloaded this project. If you want to more of them to download it in the dependencies, you can add it those dependencies over here, and then you can hit the Maven clean compile. So I will go to show you. And once you've done this one, and you have to hit this, let me show you guys, and what you need to hit over here. So all the time you need to hit mvn clean compile. Okay, you should hit that one. And the second one, what I'm going to show here, even if your right hand side there is a name, m symbol, that is nothing but a Maven. Under Maven you have the demo, that is the project name, and you can able to find lifecycle. Under lifecycle you can find clean compile. You can put the controller and clean compile, and if you want to install it. And the second one, if you are using a Mac also using the command, and that command you can put that command and select in whatever the required, and then you can hit this run Maven build. Okay. And if something is going wrong, and you can sync all Maven projects, reload all Maven projects, and then refresh it and download all resources and documentation, and then it will go to help you to it if you have any problems with your project. Okay. So however, this project, this pom.xml, I'm going to put it in under my GitHub, and you just download this project and play around it, guys. Okay. So next folder structure is very important over here is a source file. This source file, what it is there in the source file, guys, there is a main folder. In this main folder we have the Java folder and resources folder. First, let's go for the Java folder. Java folder only is the package com.example.demo, and demo application or main.java or demo application. This is the demo application what I kept my main class name. That's what it's coming like this. And what are the required things over here in the Spring Boot application, and then the demo application. If I'm running this, it will go to run the application. So in top of that, I'm going to implement the control layer and model layer and service layer and repository layer, and give me a second, and I will go to do one by one through explanation. So easy to understand. Okay. So the next one is, guys, here the resources is very important. What I did with here, the resources. So the Spring application name demo, and Spring data source, what I'm going to use, this is my test db is my database, and Spring data source and driver class name arg2 driver, and username and password I gave the empty, and Spring JPA database and h2 database, and just Hibernate h2 dialect, and enable true. And this is my logs, what I'm going to logs over here. And the endpoints, what I'm going to do is endpoints exposure includes star, that means my REST API without any obstacles. We can able to call it in wherever you want to, which browser you want to. That's what I put it in all the properties. And just if you want to download these properties and play around it, you can play. And last not least, that is the next folder name called as a test. And if you want to write the test cases, unit test cases, you can build your unit test cases for your application. Okay. First, as I mentioned, first I'm going to implement the repository folder, and here I'm clicking the package. Under package, what I'm going to write here first is repository folder, guys. So here repository. Okay, so this is my repository folder, and then here I'm going to create the Java class is interface. That interface is user repository. So hit it down. So we're getting this one, and then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to write one. Okay, so it's easy. So now repository, going to add that, and then stereotype is coming from the stereotype, and let me extends. Okay, let me interface your interface and extends. Okay, extends JPA, sorry, JPA repository, and this JPA repository need user comma long. Okay, so now we don't have a user, that is the model layer. I don't have model layer yet, and just I'm putting over here, and then user repository got completed, extend with the JPA repository. Next, let's go for the user, the model layer. Let me create that model layer. Okay, so in here I'm going to create sorry, package first, this package model. Okay, in this model, what I'm going to do, create Java class user. In this user, so here need entity. So entity is a Jakarta persistence, guys, so I don't want to put that one. Put the star over here, save it, and I want to table, right? So this table have name. Okay, that name should be, okay, that's my table name. So now what I'm going to do, just I want to create ID, and create generate value. In the generate value strategy equal to generate type identity. Okay, so now provide long ID. Okay, and once you're getting long ID, I'm going to put here, there are two more things, is the provide string. Okay, string name, and provide string email. Okay, this is what I want. And top of that, I'm going to create the constructor. If you don't know about the constructor, guys, and just you need to learn about the constructor. What is the constructor? You need to learn about that. Okay, so here the constructor, and public and user. Okay, user, and in this user, what I'm going to do, take the string name, string email. Okay, mail, this dot name equal to name. Okay, this dot email equal to email. Okay, this dot email equal to email. Then, as I said, model layer will go to help us to create the setters and getter methods, right? So I'm going to create the setters and getter methods. So here, getters and setters. Set the value, get the value. Okay, so first one is, I have three values. First is get ID, public long get ID, is get ID. I want to return, okay, return public void set ID, set ID long ID, this dot. Okay, so this is the one part. Another part is public string get name. Okay, public string get name, return name. Okay, public void set name. Okay, public void set name string name. Okay, string name. This dot name equal to, okay, this dot name equal to name, and this is the another set is public string get email return email public void set email is the set email. Okay, so now everything is ready, and now I have the setters and getters, everything I put it, and now I want to import this one. So now this part. Okay, now I have the user repository and the model layer is got implemented, and then user repositories got implemented. Next one is service, guys, service layer. So in this service layer, I'm going to write the logic for the create, read, update, and delete. Let me do that one, and then we can implement. Last one is user controller, right? That's the one. So the controller layer, do fast the page, and the package itself is the service. Under the service, user service. Okay, user service dot java. Okay, fine. First one is in, so you need to do service over here. Okay, I do that, which is wide. And then here, what I have to do, auto wide. Auto wide is coming from the factory annotations. So in this auto wide, I'm going to call the provide user repository, right? User repository, what I'm going to take that one, and then here what I'm going to, first step, the list. Okay, the list, this list user. Okay, user, you know, right, the model layer. So I'm going to take that model layer, get all users. What I'm going to do here, so the method, in this method, what I'm going to do, return, and using that user repository find all. Okay, find all method. Okay, this is the one method. The next one is optional. What I'm going to use it, public optional user. Okay, optional also is coming from the util, guys. Okay, vocab site, mistake. Here we go. Okay, let me remove it, and user. So here, this user, I'm going to use get user by id, return user repository, find by id. Okay, find by id. Next is public user. Okay, public user create user, taking user over here, user. Then here what I'm going to do, return. So I'm going to create, guys. This one is once I'm hitting post method, automatically it will go to give the user. So next is the user repository. In this user repository, I'm going to save the value. Okay, right? Save the user. So now I save the user. Then now I'm going to update it. So delete it, update, right? So put method public user update user. Okay, public update user. So in this update user, what I'm going to do, long id, then user details. Okay, user details, take it, return. In this return, what I'm going to do, user sorry, user repository. In this user repository, find by id, based on the id, guys, what I'm going to do here, and this id, in this id dot map. Okay, you know Java 7, right? After Java 7 we are getting the Java 8, sorry, Java 8, you are getting the all these map methods and all this stuff, guys, and the arrow function. Okay, just if you want to learn those things, you can learn it, because that one is very important for interviews. Okay, user dot set name, dot set name, user details, user details get name. Okay, get name, and now user dot set email, right? Set email, user details, user details dot email. Okay, user details dot get email, return user repository, user repository dot save user. Okay, so now or else I'm putting the null, guys. Okay, going to pass it as a null, right? So otherwise we're going to get an error. Okay, so now we update it. Next to find last and final one is logic, public void delete, public void delete user id. Okay, this long id here, user repository dot delete by id and id. Okay, that's all, guys. So this is the logic of the service. So we are writing the three of them. Service layer is over, model layer is over, and repository layer is over. Last and final one, what is that, guys? Controller, right? So I'm going to write the controller for this, and write that controller, take this class package again. In this package, I'm going to write controller. In this controller, we have to write the Java class user controller, okay, user controller. In this user controller, what I'm going to do, first one, I'm going to write rest controller, right? Rest coming from that one. And next is the request mapping. Mapping is coming from actions again. And okay, so request controlling and request mapping is very important, guys, because so based on that only we are going to hit it outside. Okay, users, I'm putting users, ensures the API is accessed via users. Okay, keep in mind that, guys. Okay, so now in this the public class user controller, and I'm going to write in auto void here, provide in this auto void private users, private user service. Okay, so in here post mapping, in this post mapping public user, create user, okay, the request body, okay, request body. Here what I'm going to write, user, and again user, guys. Okay, so this user, I want to import it from the model, right? So I'm going to do in with model. Okay, here the user is coming up. Then here what I'm going to do in the post mapping, this is very important. So create user, return, okay, user service, okay, using that user service, create user, the method we wrote it under the service, this one, right? So now I'm going to pass that user. Am I correct? The first step over for the create. Next is get, right? Get mapping. So in this get mapping, what we have to do, public, okay, list, public list. In this public list, I'm using the user, okay, user, and then get all users, okay, get all users. In this get all users, return user service dot get all users, right? Okay, that's another method, get mapping. And then get mapping for, I'm writing get mapping for two types is I will tell you guys, but for this one, single one, if I want to single one, how I'm going to write it, single user. So public oh sorry, here in this get mapping itself, I need to write in single, right? Single one means we need to write slash and id, guys. Okay, so public optional, okay, public optional. Here I'm going to put in up user. So in this user, I'm going to put get user by id, okay, user by id, path variable, okay, path variable, I'm going to take it long id, okay, path variable long id is path variable. So return user service, guys. In this user service, get um get user by id, okay, get user by id, and use it, that one, hit it. And now what I'm going to do, put map, updating, right? Put mapping, in this put mapping, here as well, I'm going to take it same thing, id, okay. So here, sorry guys, in here I forgot to close bracket, and the close that one. Now public user, okay, public user update user, okay, update user. So update user, in this update user, we need to take the path variable long id, comma, you need to pass the request body, right? And both of them you need to pass, guys. Okay, request body. In this request body, we need to pass user details, okay, user details. All this and easy to understand. Here we need to return, okay, return user service update user, update user. In this update user, I need to pass two things, and user details, okay, user details are passing. Last and final is the delete, right? We need to write the delete mapping. So here delete mapping, in this delete mapping as well, I'm passing as id, right? So here I'm passing as an id, and here public void delete user, at the rate path variable long id, okay, path variable long id, and user service dot delete user, Okay, user service dot delete user, I'm passing as an id. Okay, so everything is got completed, guys. So now everything is ready. What all the things got implemented, guys? A repository layer, controller layer, service layer, user model layer, everything we got implemented. Okay, everything is ready to test this application. What I need to do first and foremost, and all the time, as I told you, after implementing, you need to clean mvn clean comp. Is there anything else to clean, any errors or something? Yeah, everything is got passed, guys. No, nothing is got changed. And then what I'm going to do, there are two things in here. So if I'm going to the next, open it over here, see here, create CRUD API, already we're done. If you want to run this application, we can do it in two ways. Number one, mvn spring boot run and run the main.java file directly, and the database also we need to take it, this database. What I'm going to take it, just I will go to show you each and everything. Let me take this url, and before and then go to my main file. Okay, no need to do anything else. Okay, there are two ways to be do, right? And here demo application, as I said, check the controller, goes to refresh, reload. Okay, demo application. If I'm running this application, guys, see now. Oh, I did a mistake, guys. Okay, what mistake I have done? I put it in everything under the test file. That's totally wrong. So I need to move everything under here, under this file, right? So let me stop this one. Okay, let me clean again at m1 clean compile. So I did a mistake. What mistake I done? I wrote it in everything under the test folder. Okay, here under test java and all, we should not write that one. You should write under the here. Unfortunately, I didn't see that one, and I wrote it in under that file. Okay, so now I moved everything over here without any trouble, and I'm able to run build success. Nothing is got happened, nothing is got going to be changed. So everything as is. Okay, now it's running. As I told you, go to the demo application and run this application directly and run it. Okay, now you can able to see, wait for some time, and I will show you what is the proxy, Tomcat proxy is running, and we'll see that one. Okay, 8080, that's my utilization one. And here the Tomcat, wait for, yeah, Tomcat started, port 8080, guys, and h2 console also is got started. As I mentioned, I copy this URL. Okay, I copied this URL and go to the browser, and already I opened it, hit it that one, and you are able to see this one, guys. And just to test the connection, test connection is successful, right? So my database is up and running. Okay, is nothing is gonna happen. So now go to the Postman, or okay, go to the Postman, and 8080 is running. So already I created the post user create and all. So what I did it over here, I have the http localhost 8080 users, where it is coming from users, as I showed you in the controller earlier. So let go down here and go to the controller. In this controller, you can able to see here, this is the one, guys, users. Okay, request mapping, you need to use that REST controller request mapping, then you can able to see that. So here, then what you have to do, and you need to pass the key values, and then already I done so other time, guys, the same thing. So what I pass it over here, I'm going to take it an authorization or params or body and headers. I'm going to take these headers, guys. Okay, content type. So you also can do it the content type if you want to. and the URL is the same, users, and the body I'm putting in a name and email, and you need to put that one. And headers, it's got missed already. Headers also is available, guys. Content type application.json, accept is there, and the body is the test. And if you want to change the name like demo and demo example, okay, demo example .com, so you can hit this, and then see guys, it's got created, right? So it will go to hit that our this one, and user service, and first it's going to create the values, and then I want to create in two more, demo 1 and demo 1 here, and send it. And the 2 I got created. I want to create in 3, right? Demo 3, demo 3, okay, demo 3. I want to create 3 of them, guys. Okay, now I want to get all users, and I wrote it that all users, and let me save this one first. So first I'm going to get all users, guys, and how I'm passing that all users, and get this one body, and no body for this users, and just I'm passing any users, and hit this link. So see here, 1 2 3, okay, demo 1 and demo 3, okay, we are getting in demo 1, demo 2, and demo 3, guys. Okay, we are getting all the values. If I want to single user, if I need in single user, and put this one single user, I'm passing as an ID one, right? And so as I mentioned here, this one, okay, as I mentioned over here, so single user, you need to pass in ID, guys. Get mapping by user ID, even put mapping also I will show you. So here if I want to hit it this one, so see, single user. If I want to 3, suppose for example, if I want to 3, so hit that one, I'm getting 3, okay, single user. So update the user, suppose for example, here I'm putting the put, right, and get is get, and post is post, and get, and I want to 3, and the body is okay, number 3 body is get all users, go to the all users, and a demo 3, right? So here the put, I'm going to put it in under name and email. I want to change it is here, suppose for example, test, okay, and test demo. So if I'm hitting this one, so it's now it's got updated. Get all users are okay, single user, go to the single user, user 3. See here, guys, test is got changed, test demo. If you go to the all users and send it, here also it's got changed. Earlier it was there the demo 3 and demo 5, right? Now it's got changed. Update is working as expected. Now delete is delete. We need to select and delete, and I want to delete in number 3, last one. I want to delete it and send it, and is got deleted. Now you can go and check over here, already 3 of them is there, right? If I'm send it this one, so only 2 records only is available, okay. Even single record also, if I'm putting in single record over here, is nothing is coming, is coming as a null, okay. So yeah, everything is done, guys. That's all for the all CRUD operation. You need to learn it. And let me close this stuff and save this one, and save this one. Okay, so now I hope you're understanding about the Spring Boot create, read, update, delete, and everything, guys. That's all for the CRUD operation. So, and one more thing is, guys, over here I would like to tell you. So I'm going to integrate, and each and everything, I'm going to integrate these values in the even Redux toolkit and Redux in the front end, and the Angular also I'm going to made in one more video with Vue.js. These 3 of them will see how to integrate the backend to the front end, how those are all working, and the coming videos I will go to make it. That's all. I hope you're understanding, guys. I'm going to put it in everything under my GitHub, and I'm going to put this project in under GitHub. Download that GitHub project and learn about this one, guys. And this is very essential for the beginners, and even experienced candidates also. If you want to refer and for the interviews or something, it's so useful and very simple way I explained about this one. Hope you guys are enjoy this video, and yeah, that's all, guys, in this video. Thank you, and please like and subscribe my video, guys, and I will go to make it in more videos like this. Thank you. Bye bye.